A Moment with Tyranny podcast. This episode and conversation is powered by Homes with Tyranny. Hey. It is another episode of A Moment with Tyranny podcast. And I have a great guest on with me. We're going to talk about this new fad that's going around. And I mean, you're hearing about it everywhere on TV, sports, everything. I call her the pickleball queen because she's always out there pickleballing. But we're going to talk about this and just get a feel on what it is. And go ahead and introduce yourself, guest.
Hi, I'm Teresa, and I am an avid pickleball player. And thank you, Tierney, for having me on.
Awesome. Thank you for joining me. And so we're just going to jump right into it and just talk about pickleball. I just heard on today, as a matter of fact, I just heard Arizona is going to they're thinking about moving their pickleball headquarters. Where? Here to the Dallas area. And I'm going, oh my God, I know. You said yes. I know for a fact that you started in pickleball. You got into this before it was really all over the TV and all of the basketball and football people were getting involved in it. You were out there and you were doing it. So tell us, what is pickleball exactly? What is this?
And pickleball, it's a sport that can be played by all ages. It's wonderful. It's a court like a tennis court, but the court is about half the size of the tennis court. And the ball is what is called, it's a little larger than a ping pong ball. And it is like an oversized ping pong paddle. Rules are similar to tennis, um, but you're always gonna have in the serve is as instead of tennis, it's underhand serve. It has to be below the waist.
Okay.
Scoring is a little different than tennis, but you're and the score is with this serve, you're gonna always call three numbers before you serve the ball to the opponent. The first number is going to be your score. The second number is the opponent's score, and the third number is the service round, the person that is serving. So
Mm,
it at first it seems a little overwhelming, but it's a lot of fun. A
okay.
lot of fun.
Okay. And you said that the age range is from what to what?
If old enough to hold a paddle, we have children that play. If they can get out there, stand up and hold a paddle and hit the ball, try to hit that ball back over the net.
Mm-hmm.
And the oldest one I played with is 94 years old.
Oh my
And
goodness.
she has an awesome game. She has a strategy down because she's maximized her strategy and she wins.
Wow.
She wins her game.
So this
Serve.
is a real
Mhm.
competitive kind of game. It could, or is this more of a relaxed kind of game? What?
Well, it depends on the person's choice. It can be relaxing or it can be very, very competitive.
Mhm.
And they do have a lot of different facilities have a lot of tournaments in their majority for charities to help out the less fortunate um that also play,
Mhm.
and their donations are given to those charities. So
Okay.
if you can hold that paddle and get that ball over the net, you
Mhm.
can play.
So I hear some people say it doesn't look like it's a lot of exercise. I hear other people say, "Oh my God, it killed me. It worked me out so bad." What kind of like cardio or what level of exercise would you say that you can get out of pickleballing?
I say a moderate amount of cardio because you are moving, and uh, now your single players, one on each side, that's a lot of cardio because you're covering the whole tennis court. I mean,
Mm,
the whole court, just like if you were playing tennis.
okay.
And but the double. You still get a nice workout, and depending how long you play, some play for hours, so
Wow.
you're still getting your motion in for the amount of time, the hour, 2 hours, or three even. I know
Okay.
some that play 3 and 4 consistently
What's her name?
every day.
Teresa? Is her name Teresa?
Um, well, sometimes,
So,
sometimes, yes.
so tell me, what was it about pickleball that I mean, that piqued your interest in it? What was it that attracted you to the game?
Well, I used to be a tennis player back in high school and college, and
Mhm.
I practiced 3 and 4 hours a day. And enjoyed it. But this pickleball is a lot easier on the body itself,
Uh,
on the joints, the shoulders not being worn out, the knees. You could, all of that. You don't have that elbow. Well, I specifically, I haven't felt the elbow or the shoulder or anything like that like I used to feel in tennis. And
mhm.
as getting more seasoned, of course, it kind of have those ailments a little more in depth. So changing it into pickleball was a lot easier on my body, and I could
Mm,
play a lot longer
got it.
each
So,
day or each session.
how long is a like an average round of pickleball? I mean, what's the scoring? I mean, do you got to get 10 points? You got to get 15 points? What do you have to?
It it's the first one that gets to 11. The score
Uh,
is till 11,
okay.
or win by 2 points. You can get to 11-11, but you got to win by two. So you have to be 11-13, or I've seen it get up to even higher because they were so greatly matched that the score was really even.
Oh, wow.
15-15, and so therefore you keep going until you get that 2 points above, so it'd be 15-17.
Wow.
So very good matches.
So where you play your pickleball at, I mean, if someone is interested, is there like is there sessions or courses or teachers or how can a person get into pickleball and just go out there and start hitting the ball around? Or what if somebody really wanted to learn the game?
I suggest finding a coach or a facility that teaches, because you get so much more out of it when someone is helping you and guiding you along the way, because they
Mm,
can also look at what you're doing to not get to the point in the game that you're wanting to be with your serve, which you call a dink shot or a volley. It
mhm,
just depends on how much strategy you want to have in your game. And of course, to be the winner, to have a better handle on the game is about control and strategy.
mm,
So
okay.
that's why the lessons come in. So it really, really helps you to focus on what you need to work on to be a better player.
Okay. So if I'm coming out to pickleball, what kind of dress do I need to attire? Do I need to have a tennis shoes and a tennis outfit, or I mean, is it come as you go? I mean, what is the normal
The
attire for?
normal is the normal attire are the tennis shoes. You need to have a tennis shoe because you don't want to. Most facilities are not going to let you play on their court without a tennis shoe,
Okay.
because you'll scratch up the flooring,
Okay.
and that's there. You have two colors. Majority of the time, it's red, which is the non-volley zone, and green, which is the volley zone. So
Okay.
it's two different ones. And then you have the non-volley is the red, which is called the kitchen, meaning you cannot hit out of the air in that area. And in the green area, you can hit either if it bounces or it doesn't bounce and can hit it out the air. So and your clothes, tennis skirts. We love tennis skirts. Or you can do leggings, any majority of stuff that you're comfortable in and
Mm-hmm.
that you can run and not worry about tripping. Like no majority of the time not long pants because you don't want your foot caught up in your pant leg or anything like that. And
Gotcha.
something that's cool because your body is going to heat up while playing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, with this, with the pickleball and everything, now I'm gonna ask us. You mentioned there's two. You said there's a red zone and a green zone. And
Yes,
so is there and one zone is there where you smash the ball and you can't smash the ball? I mean, when I say smash, it means
yes.
that that's when we get those people out there to try to kill you with the ball. Is that what that is when
Yes.
you say red zone and green zone or whatever, those
That,
zones?
that that is correct. That is correct. The red zone, you cannot be in, stand in, and then hit a ball, what they call out of the air. Hit a volley, they call it, out of the air because you can hurt your opponent on the other side because
Okay.
you're so close. The
Okay.
red zone is only 7 foot away from the net, where the total court is at least 20 feet. So that's why you cannot hit out of the air in that red zone.
Okay.
It's it is definitely a fault.
It,
So you're
it's really interesting because I've been really watching a lot of TV and now I'm even seeing like tournaments, little 19, 20-year olds having tournaments for money. I've saw that there's been like different celebrities and people, Mark Cuban, what's Nowitzki, um, a lot of the Cowboy football players are now they're even trying to play the pickleball. And also, I heard that they were getting a national pickleball league
yes,
together. Wow.
yes. Major
And
League Pickleball.
Major League Pickleball.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
I
Who would have?
believe Tom Brady has purchased a Major League Pickleball team. Tom Brady, and it's several other famous, like NFL players that have purchased
Wow.
pickleball teams that actually purchased the team
Wow.
for
So
that reason, for the tournaments and the charities, the donations for charities.
wow. And that's just interesting because, like I said, this is something that's new. And I remember when they first started being built here, you were there and you're like, hey, we're fixing to get in this because there's with the pickleball, there are people that travel. I mean, is that right? They travel from different places and they actually have little tournaments within that, like different areas of town or cities or something. Is that correct too?
Yes, they travel city to city, state to state. They have cruises, pickleball cruises. There's even major resorts now that are specifically for pickleball. I mean, elaborate resorts that
Wow.
are pickleball, maybe like 10 pickleball courts at the resort itself. And they're really, really upscale resorts and cruises. We do cruises here from Galveston. Um, they're very nice. Nice
Wow.
Royal Caribbean ships. So right from Galveston. Yes.
Well, see, that's pretty cool. So, for someone that's wanting to do something a little different and maybe they're not as athletic as most people, um, I'm taking that pickleball is a pretty fun thing. I know that you had a birthday party at a pickleball place and everybody had a blast. Just trying to learn the game, just
Yes.
trying to get out there, and it seemed like a lot of fun. But um, it seems a little intimidating, if you really don't know the game, but you always tell me just get out there. Is that what you say? So if someone is really wanting to get out there and learn it, but they're feeling a little intimidated, like, oh my gosh, I'm too heavy, or I don't think I can move around or stuff. What kind of advice would you give them about getting out there with pickleball?
I would suggest get out there and enjoy the sport because and that's the other nice thing about it. The socialization of the people that play pickleball in tournaments, out of tournaments, just out to have fun, enjoy life. Their whole aspect is so fun. They don't look at, oh, she's overweight, oh, she's this, or she's that, or too skinny, or whatever, the
Mhm.
person feels they are. That's not how they look at it. They look at the person, okay, let's come play. hey, you're what we call a newbie. Well, come
Mhm.
on, well, let's play. You come with us, play. We'll have fun. We'll kind of teach you how we go, and that's how the majority of them look at it. And
Yeah.
that's what's so fun about the sport itself. It's a sport for everyone, all ages,
See, and
all
that's a good
backgrounds.
thing. All
It is. It's
backgrounds.
very good.
See, and
All
that's
backgrounds. I've met some very unique background people. I mean, doctors, lawyers, CPAs, policemen, you name it. We play on a daily basis.
see, and that's awesome.
Very much fun.
So
Yes.
what areas, I mean, here in the DFW, I think there's two or where are some of the places that someone can come visit and if they wanted to play pickleball that you're familiar with right now?
Well, there's two in Pickle and Grand Prairie. There's one open in Grapevine, and I believe they're going to open one in Allen by the end of the year. Then you have other recreation centers that also turn their basketball courts into a pickleball court on different days and different times.
Okay.
Um, I just suggest looking up in the person's area which they're living, as looking at the rec center or
Mhm.
looking at some of the I believe some of the schools are also going to try to do like they're outside. And a lot of the parks, like Grand Prairie has several parks that have converted some of their courts to pickleball courts.
Wow.
And yes, and look at within their city and seeing which facilities offer, because a lot of them are offering a lot more of them are offering the pickleball now.
See, and that's great. So
That's
I
great.
am having to try to move around now and get these joints together and after COVID and sitting around the house so much, it's like okay, I need to get out. I know I can't run a full tennis court. So,
Right.
and knowing that this court is a little smaller, I'm like, okay, you know what? I might can do that. If I partner, I probably could because I only have to stay in one little corner over here for the most part. So, and then I have to
Exactly.
learn the rules. I know that is too, but I wanted to talk about pickleball and just kind of give someone that really has an inside experience with it and just some feedback because I know there's a lot of people that are curious about what is pickleball? Why is it what's the big craze on that? And like I said, you turn on the TV, you hear Jamie Foxx has been playing on his pickleball court. You hear all these other people are building pickleball courts on on their properties, and I'm like, okay, this is something. And you just said it's a family thing. It's just not one age. It's everything. So your whole family can actually go to a pickleball place and have a great time and everyone can participate in it.
Exactly. Everyone.
So that's great. Well, I'm going to make it a point, and everybody's hearing me on out here that I'm going to get out and I'm going to learn how to hit the pickleball. I mean the ball and play some pickleball with you. I know that
Great.
you are a regular. I know that this is like a daily thing for you, and you inspire me, Teresa, because every time I talk to you, it's like, where you heading? Pickleball. And I know y'all kind of built a really close community in your pickleball area. So that's another thing. You're networking and just finding new friends and people that doing something that you all really like to enjoy to do. Um, so any last comments about pickleball, encouragement, anything that they want to do? It's like a quick moment with Tyranny, and I wanted to introduce someone that I know actually plays pickleball and can tell you what's going on out there. So give us something for our audience to go away with today.
It- Just come out, find a facility that offers the pickleball and go and check it out and enjoy yourself. Be a part of the fun. It is so much fun.
See, and that's awesome. Thank you so much, Teresa. But everybody knows that when I end my quote, my podcast, I always end my podcast with a quote. And my quote today is Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't. That's by Jerry Ray, so I really like that one. I'll say it one more time. Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't. So that's my quote for the day. Teresa, thank you so much for joining me on A Moment with Tyranny. If anyone's not following me, please follow me. Hit the like, hit the submit. Follow, hit like, share, and we will be back again on Friday, every Friday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, A Moment with Tyranny. So y'all keep in touch. Thank you, Teresa, for joining me again.
Welcome. Thank you.
Bye bye.